Welcome back to Money Matters. I'm Strat Carter and we're here at the beautiful Bellevue House. As I said before, we're with Zandre Bowen from the Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union Limited, and today we're speaking about savings, investment, technology, and finance. So Zandre, burning question on my mind right now. What is the difference between savings and investment?
Well, Strat, it really comes down to the purpose. When you're saving funds, the aim really is to accumulate funds for a particular purpose. So you'll be setting aside funds periodically, looking to get the balance of an account up to a certain amount to satisfy some purpose or another.
Right.
All right. There are a number of reasons why you would want to save. There are a number of things such as saving towards the down payment for your first home, or saving to purchase a vehicle, or just saving for contingency purposes. And when you're saving, you would tend to use more safe types of products and more flexible products, because the aim really isn't return, but more so just to accumulate the funds.
Right.
Now, when you're investing now, that is where the aim really is to make your money work for you. So you're actually concerned with the return that you can get from the investment. And that's where you then step into a little bit more risk, and there's actually potential to lose principal. So that's more so things like mutual funds, government bonds or corporate bonds, or even equity.
So in your opinion, what is the best reason why a person should save money?
Well, here's the thing. As long as there is an expense or some sort of capital injection that you cannot support with 1 month's salary, you have only two choices. You either have to save for it or you have to take a loan for it. So if you don't want to take a loan, in essence, then you have to periodically set aside money for that purpose. And there are a number of expenses or things that require you to make a capital injection that you can manage in 1 month's salary. In many cases, let's say that you're buying a plot of land. Most financial institutions would require, let's say, either a 10% or a 20% down payment. All right. So if the land is $100,000, that means that you need to be able to inject at least $10,000 to $20,000.
Right.
And most people can't support that on 1 month's salary. So
Right.
Ultimately, then you have to save in order to get the balance of your account up to the amount necessary to make that injection. And then just for contingency purposes as well, because there are a number of things that can happen in your life that you're not prepared for, such as medical illness, or let's say major damage to a vehicle that you need to repair or something like that. So you generally save as well to have some sort of contingency fund set aside to serve those purposes. And so generally, when you're looking to save, you tend to use financial products such as savings accounts, call deposits, and such like. And then some places also have special savings products that you can use for particular purposes. So for example, at Barbados Public Workers Credit Union, we have the vacation club, and then that's where you can set aside money periodically towards your vacation, so that you don't need to seek financing in order to do that. And then there's also a Christmas saving account that we have as well, where you can set aside funds to be able to cover the Christmas period and so forth.
You mentioned call deposits. Can you explain for the benefit of the general public exactly what a call deposit is?
Well, a call deposit really is a flexible account. It's a very low risk account, and as such, then the interest rate would tend to settle around where the minimum savings rate is. As I said before, it's a very low risk deposit, and it tends to be very flexible. So you always have full access to your funds, and generally you'll be able to access those funds by way of an ATM card, for example.
Okay, so we're on to the other side of the coin now. Why should persons invest their money?
All right, well, remember, the whole purpose for investing is to make your money work for you. That's the whole idea. You're trying to get your money not to just sit there, but actually to be generating more money. And the thing is, one of the major reasons why people would tend to invest is to hedge against the negative impact of inflation. Because, see, the problem with just placing the money under the bed is that even though you consider it to be safe because it's there at home with you, the thing is that it's not safe from inflation.
Right.
So as every single year, prices in the economy, in essence, go up. Anyway, between 4% to 6% is normally the inflation rate. Now, as prices go up, then it means then that the purchasing power of your money then decreases. So in order to hedge against that negative impact of inflation, then you try to invest, so that money grows at a rate that is either equal to the inflation rate or above the inflation rate.
Covered. So basically what you're saying then is the purchasing power of my dollar today is going to be decreased 10 years from now?
Absolutely, because if you remember, probably 10, 20 years ago, you could get a good sized plot of land in Barbados for anywhere between $20,000 to $40,000.
Right.
Right? But now a good sized plot of land running anywhere between 80 to 100K.
That's so true.
Good. So you can see there, in terms of gas prices, for example, I remember my dad used to top up his vehicle at $40. Right now my vehicle tops up at $170.
Wow.
Right? So, in order to protect yourself then against that negative impact of inflation, that is where saving your money, it's not investing your money, sorry, so that it grows at a rate that matches that inflation rate.
Okay, so tell me, how does one go about saving money with the credit union, and how does the credit union look to facilitate that, make things easier for the member?
Well, the first thing that you need to consider is you need to make savings pretty much a natural part of your life. You need to make it habitual. All right. So I know some people generally say that their salary is too low to save, but regardless what salary you have, get into the habit of saving. Even if it is $50 or $100 a month, get yourself accustomed to the whole concept of setting aside funds on a monthly or weekly basis, depending on how you're paid. Right. And there are a number of ways that the credit union makes this process easy for you. One nice easy way is to have the money deducted from your salary instantly when you're paid, because then you don't even need to think about it. It just automatically comes out, and that works very well, because there are a number of persons who have salary reductions set up with us, and because they're not seeing the money coming out as it comes out each month, they're so surprised when they come into the credit union and see the balance at a significant amount.
Right.
All right. And then if the company that you work for don't offer salary reductions, there are a number of other options you can use as well. You can do it over the counter, so you can come in and see a teller and simply put the funds on your account the normal way. Or you could actually go to any of the SurePay outlets around Barbados, because you can actually deposit to your account via SurePay.
So Zandre, tell us a little bit about the various savings products that are offered by the Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union Limited at this point in time.
Strat, we have a whole host of savings products offered. There's the two very standard ones that you get when you open an account at Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union Limited, and that's your primary shares and your normal call deposit, which we discussed before.
Right. Yeah.
Right. But there are a number of people who are saving for particular reasons. I would like them to set aside those funds that they're saving from the general savings funds that they would have, and as such we facilitate that. So let's say that you're saving to go on holiday. We have the vacation club. Okay. Let's say you're saving for Christmas. There's a Christmas club, and then there are a number of persons who have to save that down payment for the home, and so we have the home builders club for that purpose. Now persons also save for the kids. So we have the thrift club there that deals with that. Now, all of those special savings products I mentioned to you just now, they all carry an interest rate that is above the call deposit rate and the primary share rate, just to encourage you to, continue to save those funds towards that purpose.
So are there any particular requirements or restrictions associated with opening these accounts? So let's say, for example, you wanted to open the home builder account. Do I need to provide any documentation proving that I'm building a home?
Absolutely not, Strat. As long as you have an account at Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union Limited, you can open one of those accounts. And it's as simple as coming into one of our 4 branches and seeing our member services representative and have the account open for you there and then.